This conference will now be recorded.
It's 6:04, and I bring the Monterey Select Board meeting to order. Physically present in the room today are Susan Cooper and Ken Bassler, and Justin Maycook is remote. The first and I believe only item on the agenda is the special town meeting warrant for the school budget. Did you have something you wanted to say in particular, Justin?
I'm a little bit confused by the notes. I think I understand where they're coming from, and I think that they're accurate. I just don't know if there's any way to streamline it for clarity of other people reading this, if that makes any sense.
That was my concern when I did it, when I wrote it up, because I didn't want people to be confused if we kept the school stipend in there for the school committee rep, and that we weren't actually voting on that, but it would have ended up being included in the total. So I wasn't certain exactly how to put it all together, other than to remove it and put it in the non-school operating total. And that's what I tried to explain as poorly as I did.
No, I don't blame you, Roger. It's not an easy thing. I don't necessarily have a solution.
Yeah.
I can't see. I also can't see a way to phrase it differently. It did stymie me for a couple minutes. I had to reread it a couple of times to be sure, because it's like the only difference is which FY 26 approved and FY 27 requested, but then also approved.
And I think I was also trying to, I have to double check, but I think that non-school operating total under those, like that's the total. I have to double check and see, but I think that's the total that we actually voted for at the town meeting.
Well, Roger, I think we ended up a little bit over 12%, if I'm not mistaken, off the top of my head.
Let me just double check.
What, for just the non-school operating total increase?
Yeah.
I didn't look it up.
I know.
I can't.
Because you had changed it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I wish I had done my homework before so I could.
You mean the change because of the two lines we had to change on the floor?
Yes.
See, I thought that was part. Oh, we changed two lines on the floor.
We don't have published minutes yet, right? So.
Yeah. What did we change on the floor?
I think there are minutes, I would imagine, right? It's been.
There are, but they're not published right now.
Do you have a copy of them? Because it would have those numbers in there.
No, Amanda has them. I haven't heard, she hasn't posted them yet.
Do you recall the number? Do you have a record of the numbers, Justin?
Want me to run home and get mine?
The gist of it was unemployment insurance and Medicare were both increased to about $30,000.
That's right.
I think it was 35 on the first one.
But we can approve this warrant. I mean, provisionally on just getting that figure rectified.
Yep.
And then do that outside of meeting.
Okay.
Because I don't want to hang everyone up over numbers that. I'm sorry. I had looked at this earlier on my phone, and I couldn't see that part of it on my phone. I'm looking at my laptop now for the first time. I'm sorry about that.
So we need the numbers to be accurate, not just the percentage.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, I think I'll have to get in touch with Amanda and see if she has them, unless somebody else. I don't think I probably haven't written
I
down.
wrote it down.
Okay.
And if you want, I'll run home. I'm in my car.
In your car.
I'm sure I have them on my copy of the town meeting warrant as well, which I can.
As do I, however, I do not have that with me.
But the understanding, I mean, there's nothing controversial about this. The understanding is that it's roughly $30,000 difference
Yeah.
that we know about.
Yeah.
And then once we figure that out,
Yep.
so we can go ahead and approve this
Yep.
with that being added, and then we'll sign it at a later date.
Yep.
When does this go
Yeah,
out?
the only thing is it cannot be a much later date because this has to be posted by Julio on Thursday. So let's
How
try
about
to
tomorrow?
By
rectify
tomorrow.
it tomorrow morning. That said, the other just note I wanted to make is I reached out to the superintendent about a cover letter, but unfortunately I was late in my ask, and it's basically not going to be ready for sending out the warrant. But through no fault of his, I took several days to get into my town email, which was also my fault. So that said, I don't think we're going to have a cover letter to send out with the warrant, but we can post an informational letter on the town website and other places ahead of the town meeting. So people can have a summary of what the impacts of the budget are.
But they don't have a general letter that was gonna go out to the towns explaining what happened?
So no, they don't, which is part of the reason why when I asked, I thought maybe they would just come back with here's the letter we were going to send everybody. And they didn't have that. But the superintendent's willing to write something for the town. But he wanted to have a discussion about how specific it should be. And I said, it's really whatever you make of it, but try to point out the most significant or controversial items and just share the facts on them so we can have a good discussion at town meeting. If, rather than going over the basic, like we do with any warrant cover letter, but it's just not going to be ready by tomorrow.
Yeah, I did maybe you had already addressed this when you, asked him, but I did reach out to him and, as we discussed last week, and asked if he could be present at the special town meeting, because we knew that, Monterey voters would really wanna understand the impact that the budget would have on staffing, curriculum, and the educational program.
Yeah, no, that's good. So hopefully he can make it. I reached out to Cart as well, the service provider who puts what people say up on the screen.
Yep.
In transcription. She's not available. She's going to check in with her colleagues to see if anyone is available. And I did ask her if she could be flexible with before I knew she wasn't available, with the minimum time requirement or the travel time. And she said that unfortunately she would have been flexible if she was available. And she's going to ask if any of her colleagues are available and could work with us on that price. So just so you know.
Cool, thank you for doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So are we, we're not mailing these though out, right? Or are we mailing, what's the idea here?
We should mail them, yeah.
We should do the mailing as well. Yep.
So can I move that we approve this?
With the changes
With the
that will be
changes,
made.
with the appropriate changes?
I will, so Ken moved that we approve it with the changes as discussed, I'll second. All those in favor?
All right,
Aye,
Justin, yes.
alright,
and we'll be in, what, tomorrow noon time or something like that? to-
Yeah,
to
I'll
Give you
try.
some time to get it done?
Yeah, you just gotta get those numbers and
Okay,
add to the non-school operating total, get a different number in the change, increase in a different percentage. So it shouldn't take that
sounds
long.
good.
I'll let Mickey call me when she gets home tonight with the numbers.
Okay.
Is that okay?
It's,
Thank you.
I was gonna go work at the other place, but I didn't go right home.
I appreciate that. I have it written down somewhere too.
and that's the entire agenda, as I understand it.
That's it.
So I will also move to adjourn.
But first, we are meeting next week, correct?
Yes.
All right. See you next week then, gentlemen, unless we overlap while signing.
Yeah, baby's crying.
Feel better, Justin.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Super.
Meeting is adjourned at, what's the time? I can't read it.
What about-
6:16.
You should make note of this, it might be the shortest meeting ever.
It's one of them. We had one that was really short.
We were signing something else.